काही नाही. It goes with assurance. When I'm talking about enhancement, you are able to see at the bottom of the pyramid who is present: teachers, students, office staff, majority, every individual in the organization is going to contribute to enhancement. So unless we understand what is quality, we cannot go ahead for this particular course. Now don't look at these numbers that you are able to see. This is just a kind of a, what do you say, a slide that I have taken. In 2004-5, I told you what was IQAC. In 2010, what was IQAC. In 2016, what was IQAC. In 2023, what was IQAC. Why is IQAC changing here? Why should it change? जिंदगी इतनी मस्त है, इट्स सो कंफर्टेबल, आराम से चल रही है. Why is changes coming in? Why is the principal troubling IQAC? और क्या किया, और क्या किया, और क्या किया? This is what the principal keeps on asking. Did you do this? Did you do that? When the principal starts asking, the IQAC coordinator starts asking. Then the teachers start asking, कि क्या, ये क्यों पीछे लगे? Why are they going behind us? You had prepared one format last time. Now you have prepared another format. Although NAC has asked for it. You could not have done it previously only. Now IQAC is coming under a problem. Then there is a question. Why are you asking the same thing again and again? Last time I had given you the workload. Again you have asked for the workload. Why do you ask the same thing again and again? If you are facing these problems, it means that you need to change. It means that your communication needs to improve as IQAC or as vice principal or as a principal or whosoever it is, as authority. Why has this quality approach changed? This quality approach has changed primarily because the expectations have changed. There is a big expectation that you are able to see from the community, from the society, from everyone. The slide is incompletely done, so kindly forgive me. Mercury is the smallest planet that was not needed over there. Expectations have changed and therefore the quality approach has changed. Strategic alignments have changed and therefore the wise. Could you please stop? I am in a meeting. I'll call you later on. Okay. I'm sorry. I will. I just give. There is a number, white code. Rutuja, please call her. I'm in a session now. I'll send you her number immediately. Hmm? Rutuja, some people are not able to join. Please see this. Why they are not able to join? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. I will check.
Please look into this.
Yes.
If people keep on calling me, how will I be able to communicate? Someone from Andhra Pradesh Agriculture University is not able to join. Please see what is the issue over there. I have sent them your number.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
So you're able to see that decision making has changed, processes have changed. Government keeps on asking things, university keeps on asking things, NAC keeps on asking things, UGC keeps on asking things. Who's the bloody scapegoat who should be caught? It is the IQAC. So it is as good as if you are an IQAC coordinator, you are in front of the principal every day. If you are an IQAC coordinator, तो पक्का है आपको कोई ना कोई हर रोज पूछेगा, what is it that you are, ये क्या कर रहे हो? Why are you troubling us? It means that we need to change, we need to upgrade. This course will help you in doing that. What has changed in the biggest way is that IQAC has become analytical. In 2004, trust me, an English professor was needed to write IQAC. In IQAC, NAC coordinator used to be the head of English department. What is the picture today? Computer science coordinator, computer science head is the IQAC coordinator today. Why? Because she can analyze, she can use Excel sheets, or he can use Excel sheets and see to it that the analysis is done. So technology has changed and technology has taken a lead role. You look at NAC questions of NAC, what does it say? How many students have participated in this particular event? And then you say 40 students participated in coastal cleaning program. क्या बात है? We are very happy. 40 students participated. And then what happens? Then something very fantastic happens. You find a number coming over there in NAC report. 40 divided by 1500 is point something. As good as you have not done the work. Analytical approach. AI tool is being used over here. So you're able to see things are changing, and therefore we need to get updated with these mechanisms. Now, when you're looking into these mechanisms, what you're able to see over here, there are various models of accreditation that you are able to see, or of quality in education. What are those models? We'll try to see one by one. Huh? These are different models that are being practiced for quality in education. Goal and specification model, satisfaction model, resource input model, legitimacy model, process model, problem model, organizational learning model. Now, what are these models and what am I talking? I know you must be perplexed. Let us look into what these models are one by one. Number one, goals and specification model. It means that the institution has written down its goals well in advance. Goals, objectives, all that is written down. Things have been planned accordingly. And then they are being implemented. NAC also asks us what are our goals, what is our vision, what is our mission, what are our goals, what are our objectives, what not. The first model says that the institution must have goals. The institution has planned according to the goals. The institution has super duper planning, and every goal is being achieved. Every standard is being achieved. And that standard is being mapped up. We had decided this activity to be conducted for 80% of students. Has it been conducted? Yes, it has been conducted. Are the students benefited? Yes, they are benefited. Is the outcome this? Yes, it is this. This is what is goals and specification model. If an institution is to run it, then it must have its own standards first. It must have its own key performance indicators. It must have its objective. It should be able to map up what has been said is what is done. This is very difficult in India. This was the first module. We have to have this. Then it works fantastically. Second part, for having this, number game plays a very big role. If it's a small organization, goals can be set up. If it's an organization with 1,000 students, it may be done. But if it's an organization with, let us say, 5,000 students, it will be very difficult. If it's an organization which caters to various programs, arts, commerce, science, BBA, BCA, BCS, masters, whatnot, it will be very difficult how to see to it that those goals are achieved. But this is one. In NAC, you must have seen describe the vision and mission statement of the college and how the goals are achieved. 6.1.1. This is what you're able to see. Then comes the second model. This second model says satisfaction model. There are various stakeholders. Students are stakeholders. Teachers are stakeholders. Parents are stakeholders. Management is also a stakeholder. Everyone must benefit. So what do? You go for feedbacks. You go for suggestions. You go for surveys. You do all that so that you try to find out whether they are happy. But there can be a conflict between the stakeholders. For example, the students want more lectures of that type. The teacher conducts lectures of this type. The teacher says, I will use Blackboard. The student says, I want digital media. The management says, इतना पैसा खर्चा नहीं कर सकते. We cannot buy 10 digital boards, smart boards. Now the one who is dominant stakeholder wins. It means that what student has asked, the student is not getting it because the dominant stakeholder is the management. The management says, I cannot afford 10 smart boards. We have two. The teacher says, you want this, but I need to prepare for it. And we don't have a smart board. Why should I prepare? Now everybody is fighting against each other, in other words. And therefore, this satisfaction model also becomes a problem. Then you have one more model, and that happens to be resource input model. In this case, you give the resources and the work will be done. Oh, there are more number of students. We need more number of teachers. Teacher is a resource. Oh, there are more number of students. We need more books. Books ki jada copies banao. Give them more books. Resource is done. So now the entire story is working on resources and inputs of the resources, rather what is the output of it. So here who's the resources are being provided, but whether those resources are being used and whether there is a logical use of resources, that we don't know. So such a model is called as a resource input model. How much money, how much staff, how much teachers, how many books, how much space, how many blackboards, how much resources. This is the next kind of model that we are able to see. Then you have one more model called as the process model. In this case, it is for running the organization, policies are needed. Processes need to be designed. Everything should be written down on paper. Before doing anything, it should be read properly, and then it should be worked out. Looking at that policy, SOP should be made. SOP should be followed. The system should be flawless. Every year it must be checked. अब इतना नहीं होता है. Not all processes can be monitored. And because not all processes can be monitored, process model does not work effectively. See, we are looking into different models. I hope you are getting it. Then We have one more mechanism, absence of a problem. This is a very fantastic kind of a mechanism that you are able to see, which works fantastically in India. Problem hai kya? Is there a problem? There is no problem. Students are not coming to the class, there is no problem. Teachers are not going to the class, there is no problem. Management is getting money, there is no problem, there is no problem. Absence of problem means system is running fantastically. In other words, absence of a problem model. Whether there is a problem. If there is a problem, then there is a problem. Otherwise, there is no problem. I know some colleges and I have seen some colleges and some faculties all over India. For one or two particular faculty, students just don't come to the class. And now this has become so common that the teachers know वो तो नहीं आएंगे sir 10 आते हैं 10 come 15 come. We have 4 divisions sir, but in all 40 are there. Absence of a problem. The student is not there. Now student is not there is not a problem. है वो है नहीं है वो नहीं है. That is what you are able to see. Absence of a problem. So you understand the problem first and then come out with a student is not in the class. What does that mean? It would mean that you need to go for a defaulters list to understand the problem. You need to write letters, you need to invite the parents, you need to ask them the questions, you need to talk to the students, you need to see to it that they sit in the class, you need to see to it that you prepare very well, you need to see to it that lectures are conducted, you need to see to it that what you have taught is being assessed. This is what is called as absence of a problem model. There is one more model called as legitimacy model. This is not legitimacy, is not related to law. You know, my son is studying in so and so school, XYZ school. It is ranked best in the college, in the nation. Ranking, branding. This college in Pune is 130 years old. From this college, so and so prime ministers have studied brand. So my son will also go and study over there. So here you are able to see brandings, rankings, accreditations, advertising, public image. We don't know whether teaching is going there or not because nobody talks of teaching. But this is one more model of teaching and learning. I'm saying of quality. So you have a model of goals, you have a model of satisfaction, you have a model of provision of resources, you have a model of setting up the processes, you have a model of no problem model, you have a model of branding. You find a variety of such kind of model. There is one more model which we need to think, and that is the organizational learning model. This is one of the most effective models that you are able to see. Looking at the problem, the organization learns. For example, I'm not giving an example from our nation. Australia said that if the student does not take admissions on a large scale, then in that case, the visas which we are going to keep for 1 year after they complete their education, that will be cancelled. This was the biggest problem for New Zealand. Australia had kept this problem. And initially they had kept it for 5 years. Then they reduced it for 1 year. The minute they reduced it for 1 year, New Zealand put it for 5 years. Students started going to New Zealand rather than to Australia. Students from Australia started going to New Zealand. So a policy is making a problem over here. So the institutions sat together and told the government, and then government changed the law. So the organization sits and learns what is the problem? Why has it come? I don't know if colleges ever sit and think, why is that the lesser number of students are coming? What is it that we can do so that the student number increases? What all things can we do? This is organizational learning model. I'd like to share something over here. Around 30 years ago, when we were a new institution that time, our college, in 1993, the number of students was less. So what did we do? We found out all those schools who had 12th but did not have the undergraduate program, BSc program. We made a list of those 23, 24 colleges. We went over there. And what used to happen, people used to give the flyers, so रास्ते पर ही गिर जाते थे. So what we did was we went to the principal of that college and we told him that, see, your students need admissions, you don't have this. Can you just give this along with this brochure of ours, along with your result? Some of them accepted. This is organizational learning. What was the impact? The impact was my school gave this letter to me that you go and take admission over there. And we could secure all our admissions very comfortably. But every year we had to go over there. Then we saw to it that the principals come to our college. They see our infrastructure. We called the biology, physics teachers to see to it that they come and they understand what our teachers are, what our new college is having, what kind of equipments we have. Organizational learning model, finding out the gaps, where the problem is, and then working it out. This is considered to be one of the best model because this does not, tick one factor. When you look at NAC manual, let us say पुराना जो manual अभी जो अब तक था, you find all these things. Somewhere they have asked for goals, somewhere they have asked for vision mission, somewhere they have asked for a student satisfaction survey, somewhere they are in criteria for saying what resources do you have. Somewhere they are saying whether you have your SOPs and policies in place. Somewhere they make a mention saying that how is, or you find NIRF making a mention saying that what is your ranking. So you're able to see there are different models that are working. Unless we understand what those models are, we cannot come up with a mechanism to sort it out. And this is the reason why I was trying to spend so much of time. Now, what is very important? What is the nature of quality assurance that you are able to see? Now, when you say that I want to improve the quality of the organization, we are into it. It could be internal quality. It could be external quality. It could be a quality, a part where you are working with them that is centralized, or you are working with someone, but it is decentralized. So you can have internal quality assurance. You can have external quality assurance. You can have internal centralized quality assurance. You can have internal decentralized quality assurance. You can have external centralized quality assurance. You can have external decentralized quality assurance. So when we talk of internal quality assurance, it is a variety of audits that we are talking about. You all conduct surveys, you all conduct feedbacks. What are they? They are internal quality assurance mechanisms. Maybe some of you conduct peer reviews of the teachers. You ask them, भाई तुम कैसे पढ़ाते हो सकता है you may be asking that I am teaching, you give me a feedback, internal review, peer review that you're able to see. You can have an external quality assurance when NAC is invited. It is an external quality assurance. Your institution must be conducting external audits. IQAC cluster conducts external academic and administrative audits. It is, what is it? It's an external kind of a quality assurance. Why do you want external? So that, when someone else sees the problem, it means that we have a problem. We may not talk of our own problem, but the person who's coming is able to see it. You must have seen some university teams come and check out that, oh, you have started new MCOM. Okay, let me see how many books you have. Let me see how many teachers you have. This is a kind of an external quality assurance that is being brought up. When a university is conducting examinations and we are a affiliated college, centralized examinations are taking place. All of the students have one paper at one time. If it is English, compulsory English paper, that compulsory English paper is in all the colleges at that same particular time. This is a centralized kind of a quality assurance that you are able to see. You find some external agencies which are conducting, for example, NAC, it's a decentralized. NAC is not controlling that all the colleges of Maharashtra are going to have NAC visit at one and the same time. That would become centralized. You have invited, I have come, that is decentralized. So you're able to see decentralized. So quality assurance nature could be internal, external. It could be centralized, it could be decentralized. For this particular course, we are not talking about external, centralized and decentralized. We are talking about internal mechanisms to see to it that quality assurance is assured. These are some of the commonest methods of quality assurance. Surveys and feedbacks which you conduct, peer review which you may be conducting, audits which are conducted, accreditations and rankings. These are some of the quality assurance measures that you are able to see. Now we come to one more parameter. How do I measure quality? How do I measure quality? If I am to measure quality, I must know what is coming in. I must know what is being processed. I must know what is the product. I must know what is the outcome. I must know what is the impact. So key performance indicators are 5. There can be many, but these are the 5 important ones. Number 1, input indicators. Just think about the NAC report that you have written. How many students? How many teachers? How many books in the library? How many? What is it? Input. How many students have taken admission? That is an input indicator. In NAC 2.3.1, what does NAC say? How do you teach? They are not telling you how many lectures you conduct. They are saying, how do you teach? You have to tell what is the process of teaching in your college. What is it? It is a process indicator. When the NAC peer team member comes, he looks into your processes. So you can have an input indicator, you can have a process indicator. You have an input indicator. If you have an input indicator, you will have an output indicator. 120 students were taken in the class and 96 students passed. What is passed? Output. What was the process done? Teaching, learning, evaluation. That was the process done. How many passed? How many have gone out? 120 आए थे, 96 रहे, या 120 had come and 100 passed out, 20 did not pass. 20 100 passing is the output. The students passed, then what happened? They got jobs. They went for higher learning. Outcome. Out of the 100 students who passed, 80 were placed, 20 went for master's program. 100% ट्रैकिंग हमने किया है. What is it? Outcome. What is the impact? The impact is the out of these 100, 2 students got gold medal. Out of these 100, 4 students were, or let us say 15 students were placed in companies with very high salaries, excellent packages. 5 students went to abroad to study further. Impact indicators. So whenever quality is measured, it is measured through indicators. What are the inputs? What is the process? What are the outputs? What is the outcome? What are the impact? Until and unless we count these aspects, we cannot go ahead. So here you are able to see performance indicators. And now we will actually look into some examples over here. So before that, let me just review out briefly as to what we have done. Yeah. Can you tell me what all things have we seen right now in the chat boxes? What all things did we look into right now? Please come into the chat boxes. Okay, let's go ahead. What all things did we see right now? Okay, key performance indicators. Vinita ji makes a mention of it. Okay. Quality assurance definition. Okay. Policies, feedbacks. Excellent. Can you tell me what are the seven different methods by which quality checks are done? Will you like to share? Will you like to tell me something about it? Those 7 parameters that I had made a mention of. And in a sequence, what was the first one? Okay, I'll give you the first one. It was goals. It was goals. Do you remember? Goals and specification model. Okay. What was the second one? Satisfaction. Absolutely right. Very true. What was the third one? Can someone tell me? Resource. Absolutely right. What was the fourth one? Process should come in. Yes, absolutely right. Absolutely right. What is the fifth one? Absence of a problem. Absolutely right. And what is the sixth one? No problem. Absolutely right. So Smita ji says organizational learning is the last model that, yes, the sixth one is legitimacy. And the last one is that you are able to see. Yeah, fine. Thank you so much. Absolutely right. This was very nice that some of you must have seen, some must have taken some photos, some of you must have written down. Now, this is where we actually are interested in. We know now that there are various models. Yes, legitimacy was the sixth one. We know that there are various models, and according to these various models, NAC makes a mention of, NAC conducts these various kinds of things. Even NAC has all these parameters. But if I am to check for my organization, how do I go ahead? I'd like to share one of the examples in one of the colleges when the IQAC coordinator was asked a question saying that, tell me how you check teaching and learning. How is it that you check teaching and learning? So he said, we have a teacher's diary and we stamp it and sign it every month. He said, that is good that you stamp it and sign it every month, but do you check? The IQAC team was quiet. He said, okay. Do you have an academic calendar? They said, yes, we have an academic calendar. When do you prepare it? Two people answered two different things. One said when the year begins, the other one said after the year has begun. You are able to see how things are going to change, are changing over here. He said, oh, do you write down COPOs? बोले हाँ करते तो है. बोले अच्छा एक पेपर दिखाओ. Show me a paper, a question paper where you have marked your COs and COs. There was none. So you're actually able to see what is changing now. And the grades have again started falling down. And now there will be no grades, but there will be levels to the colleges. And that's going to be all the more difficult. You may pass accreditation, but you may not go anywhere further. And therefore, we need to understand how analysis is being done. I'll take one case study now for you. All of you know you have an academic calendar. In the calendar in the box, that is in the chat box, you are going to be very honest. How do you prepare an academic calendar? Just tell me. Whatever you feel like writing down, tell me. I will trust it. How do you prepare an academic calendar? I request you to please talk to me in the chat box. Yes, please. How do you prepare an academic? If you prepare, I don't know from which college you are. I'm not interested in that. Just tell me कि हम बनाते ही नहीं हैं. हम झूठा बनाते. It's absolutely okay for me. No issues. Okay, chalk down the annual activity. Now, just 1 minute. Teka Marin has made a mention saying that chalk down the annual activity, academic activity. Fine. Okay, Abhishek ji makes a mention beginning date, college internal examination date, university exam dates, vacation period. Okay, get it from the Department of Higher Education, number of teaching days. Okay, fine. Vinita Singh makes a mention of curricular activities, post fantastic. Mari Vinaya makes a mention plan the coming semester before the academic year. Fantastic. Take information from all the committees and all the activities of each program. Coordinator, information, guest lectures, Jayashree ji makes a mention. Fantastic, you're doing good work. What more? Anything else? Anyone else has to say something? Because I'm going to come with another question after this. Department-wise events, okay, that is what Jannavi makes a mention. Jannavi ji, Dr. Jannavi makes a mention. From university, master timetable is being prepared. Pathik Dodia ji makes a mention. Bhupinder ji makes a mention. We see all the holidays, fantastic. Exam, vacations, etc. And then tailor the guidelines. Okay, Gaiklong makes a mention. Academic calendar, review of teaching learning process as well. Okay, fine. Thank you so much. You have given a lot of things that you have done. Now I have a question. How do you review your academic calendar? Someone has made a mention that we review our academic calendar. You have prepared an academic calendar. How do you review your academic calendar? I want that. Annually. How do you do that, Bhupinder ji? Peer review. Okay. Anything else? Semester wise. Okay. Planning committee sees it. Okay. Internal committee, including HODs. Okay. What do they do is more important. Reviewing means what? Planning and execution, Dr. Jannavi ji makes a mention of it. Reviewing means what? They take a feedback. But is the feedback of the academic calendar or it is a feedback of the institution? Weekly basis dean's meeting takes place. Okay. Follow the calendar month. Okay. Now tell me, is your review submitted in the apex body meeting or in the management meeting? Let me know. No, absolutely right. This is, I want two answers. Right. Correct. No. Sean Langford says we try to check deviation. Excellent. Okay. CDC and government is body checks it out. Okay. It is submitted to over there. Okay, fine. Not an issue. But you are able to see majority of them say that no, we don't review, we prepare. This is where this course is going to work. We'll take one case study. Okay, thank you so much. I'm happy that you're responding so nicely. Thank you so much. Thank you to all of you who are responding. Now let us take one case study and see how could we review an academic calendar. Let us look into that particular case. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Just give me a minute's time. Yeah. Fine. Yeah. Thank you so much. Are you able to see something over here on the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine. I'm just trying to make it full screen. Okay, fine. Now, assume so that you have prepared an academic calendar. One academic calendar is prepared. You as a member of IQAC or the IQAC team internally, what will it do? It needs to see date of preparation of and implementation of the academic calendar. How do we know that? What will be the audit aspect? It will be university date of commencement and completion. There was no date of preparation and there was no date of implementation. Academic calendar is prepared, it is prepared. When did you prepare it? We prepared it according to the university. When did the university calendar come to you? It came in May. When was the new term going to start? It was going to start in June. Did you prepare the academic calendar before the term began? Yes. What is the date? There is no date. It means that when reviewing is being done at that time, you are able to see we need to have the date of commencement. What is the proof that you have done? University academic calendar of the said academic year and that of the previous 2 years. Your academic calendar with a date. Now I have put a date. I have looked at when the academic calendar is going to begin and I have put the date after 2 years. How do I check it? That we will see again. So this is a document that is needed. Currently we will see this and then we will again see one more document. This is what we actually are going to learn how to do all these small things. Alignment with institutional goals. What are institutional goals? Are they written? Are they sanctioned by the management or by the college development committee or any big committee? Different universities have that different name. Does it promote academic completion, academic excellence, research, community engagement, etc., etc.? What is the document that you need? Institutional goals document is needed. Do we have that? Sanction letter from the higher management, its resolution meeting, accepting it. Activity numbers, names, percentage participation concerning research, community engagement, whatever we have made a mention. When we start working in this particular way, you're able to see, sorry, when we start working in this particular way, then you are able to see the picture starts changing. So the activities that we do, they need to be audited. Every activity, when we are talking about an academic calendar, if that academic calendar is going to be checked in this particular way, then that's an audit. Functionality of an academic calendar. How is it operational? Is it working properly? Firstly, you have prepared an academic calendar. Do your students know it? If you say yes, is it on the website? Yes. When was it put on the website? Whether it was put on the website after half the term went away, or it was put on the website even before we started. Who are the stakeholders? What are the risks that you are able to see? What are the challenges and can we solve those challenges? Now, this is what comes into picture. Is your examination, is your calendar supporting the exam? Somebody has written down, yes, we do that, we do that. So is examination supported calendar present? Has the exam authority signed it? Whether those dates that are suggested are the ones that are followed? Whether the pattern of examination has been accepted? All these aspects will start coming in over here. Whether all the necessary resources are being provided, whether the document for sanction of resources from the management sanctioned, कि इसके लिए 1 साल में 5 लाख रुपए लगने वाले हैं, मैनेजमेंट ने हाँ कहा है कि whether management has said yes, whether at least 2 previous years academic calendars have been reviewed along with this when this was prepared. So we need previous year's academic calendars. Why do we need it? In case there are any gaps, can we fill them up? Whether that has been done over here. Whether your academic calendar is student-centric or it is teacher-centric. Lecture jaldi jaldi leke bhag jayenge. If it is so, then in that case, there is a problem. This is just one mechanism. These are the questions that will be asked. It is the same list with some additional features now that you are able to see, and that becomes your evaluation mechanism. For example, now I am saying date of preparation and implementation. It was the same thing that we had written down over there. University dates of commencement and completion. What is the document needed? University academic calendar of the said year and previous 2 years. UGC guideline which makes a mention of preparation of academic calendar, it is available. When will you get a complete score? Let us say this complete score is 4 after the date of declaration of academic calendar by the university and before the academic term starts. अगर ऐसा होगा तो 4 mark. If it is prepared, the calendar is prepared before the term starts, you get all 4 marks. If the calendar is prepared after the term starts, you get 1 mark. If it is not prepared, you get a 0 mark. This is the way analysis needs to be done. Now, you can have your own analytical methods. But what is very important for an IQAC is the way it is going to analyze is going to be very important. What are the remarks? The calendar must showcase the date and the authority's signature must have date. Very common, the principal signs but does not put the date. The committee who has prepared an academic calendar, it must have had at least multiple meetings. So that meeting register is very important. So how you are creating a document very effectively, now you are able to see. The one who is going to check, that is IQAC, is going to check, needs to assess the notice, minutes of the meetings, IQAC, faculty, departmental, committee, suggestions file. And if the documents do not reflect, the score can be reduced to 3, 2, or 1. So here you are able to see, you first have to create a format that you are going to check the academic calendar. This is now what is expected. If such a kind of document comes in, then IQAC believes it. I'm saying NAC will believe it. And if your documents are going to prove it, then in that case, they will start trusting you that IQAC is functional. Otherwise, IQAC time pass karti hai. That is what it means. Now, we have made a mention of alignment with institutional goals. Second point that was mentioned. It promotes academic completion, academic excellence, research, extension activities, environment, institutional MOUs, etc. So then in that case, what are the institutional goals? Uski list chahiye. We need that list. How are they being implemented? How are they being completed? How has it been with respect to time frame? What are those goals? If it's a 5-year goal, then in that case, how are those goals getting achieved? And how will you be marking them out? If it is a 1-year goal, how are you going to work it out? So until and unless every aspect that we are talking about, it gets worked out, it's not going to complete. This is where you are able to see IQAC working comes into picture. If this is not being worked out by IQAC, then in that case, IQAC is doing nothing. There was 6.5, entire question in the old NAC mechanism, which was talking about how IQAC functions. And IQAC functioning is not just in 6.5. IQAC functioning is going to reflect in each and every criterion. And what is IQAC going to do? What you do is what IQAC does. As simple as that. You teach, fine. Do you conduct an examination? Yes. Do you set up a question paper? Yes. So the job of IQAC is like setting up a question paper of the college for that particular aspect. Academic calendar is one aspect. IQAC has set up a question paper. IQAC has set up a kind of a question paper, whether that college has completed that academic calendar properly. Then it has created something called as guidelines to check. those guidelines to check are going to be the way by which college is going to be assessed. Keep in mind, IQAC is a body framed by NAC, though college has prepared it. IQAC works for NAC, not for the college. Though college has appointed it out. And therefore, if free and fair assessment is done, slowly systems will start coming into place. This particular course that I am talking about is talking about how to frame those guidelines, how to see to it that things work out effectively. Therefore, some time ago, I made a mention IQAC is not about conducting activities. Therefore, some time ago, I made a mention saying that IQAC is not about conducting a teaching learning program, which it used to do previously. It is not about conducting an FDP. It's not about preparing an academic calendar. It is the job of the college. IQAC are the bloody eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, and sensation of the institution. If you want to be in good connect with the surroundings, that is, if the institution wants to prosper, it needs to have its eyes, ears, nose, tongue, smell, touch intact. If we are not in touch with the surroundings, we lose. Unfortunately, if we don't get a good grade, again it is the principal and the IQAC who comes to blame and not the college. And therefore, having an evaluative mechanism plays a very important role. We need to know how to create that mechanism. That mechanism is not present in your colleges today. If you don't create it, you could be a vice principal, you could be principal, you could be IQAC coordinator, you could be a team member of IQAC. If you as a team do not create these mechanisms over a period of time, that institution will be useless. I have a few thoughts to ask you, questions to ask you. You don't reply me. Number one, and you don't reply me. Just tell the answer to yourself. Is your strength full? Number one. Number two, you don't even reply me. Is your strength full? Number two, are IQAC meetings taking place properly in time? Number three, are you collecting documents properly? Documents means two things. There are two kinds of documents. One is a document and the other one is a record. Are you collecting the records? Because NAC checks records. Are you fair and are you open to suggestions? Are you giving a clean and clear report to the college? Feedback mechanism, feedbacks were taken. These are the feedbacks. Whether the principal likes it or does not like it, whether the management likes it or does not like it, have you given it? If you have given it, you are working properly. People may not like good feedbacks, clean feedbacks, bad feedbacks. But it is not the job of IQAC. The job of IQAC is to see the feedbacks and take action on the feedbacks, suggest actions on the feedback. Does your college write letters to the university if it's an affiliated college saying that there are problems with the students with respect to so and so topic in so and so subject? If you are not writing it, you are losing marks. If IQAC is not promoting it, IQAC is at a fault. And therefore, this course is going to promote the institutions to be better. I will recommend that 3 or 4 people of one institution get registered. This course is going to be conducted in the following way. There will be first lot of sessions where the mechanisms will be told and taught. Then there will be a gap of almost 3 weeks where the teachers of the course are supposed to work on something in their college. They will be given something. And after the work is done, there will be some more sessions where we will be actually first checking out what you have written down, what you have given us, and you will be presenting it out. All of us will be replying it out. It's not going to be hundreds of teachers working out together. It's a small lot of teachers for whom this course has been designed. This is not for the masses, this is for the classes. This course has been designed. Just 3 years ago, we had a course exclusively for the principals and IQAC coordinators on policies. It is a similar kind of course where you are able to see as to how that checking mechanism can be brought up by the IQAC. If we can really do this, that time we had come out with a book. We will like to come out with an ISBN book now also. That expense will be taken care by IQAC cluster. But we want you to participate. We want good IQACs. Things don't change overnight. Things change slowly. If you are an IQAC coordinator, you must have seen, if you are an IQAC coordinator, it is for sure people are going to make fun of you. It is for sure people are going to trouble you with a lot of questions. It is for sure what you send to them, they are not going to reply you very quickly. It is for sure your principal is going to ask you 10 questions, ye hua ke nahi hua, whether you did it or you did not do it. So IQAC is not a cakewalk. IQAC is a difficult position. If you are in IQAC and if you grow, you are going to be one of the finest persons in the world. Tomorrow, if you become a principal, you will be a very good principal. You will be a very good homemaker. It's not only about IQAC of the college, it is also about our children. It is about our family. How deeply you think is what IQAC is, this particular course is going to tell you. I will not be dealing with your family situation, but I will definitely be talking about such kind of mechanisms which we need to create. If you doubt yourself, don't doubt. We can definitely succeed. So this was in brief what I wanted to tell you. I have a last slide to offer. Just give me 1 minute. What is it that we'll be looking into is what I will like to tell you in the last slide, and then we can stop over here for this particular aspect. There are 2 slides that I wish to make a mention over here. Sorry, just 1 minute. Yeah. What is it that we are going to look into? Some areas that I have made a mention, there will be many more areas. Outcome-based learning metrics, process-based learning metrics, I'm putting it on a presentation mode, sorry. Outcome-based learning metrics, we'll be looking into process-based learning metrics. We'll look into student progression and student support and student progression-based learning metrics. We'll be looking into performance metrics, how to evaluate the performance, how to set up the benchmarks, how to work it out. We'll try to look into compliance metrics. We'll be looking into employee metrics. We'll be looking into innovation metrics. We'll be looking into environmental metrics. These are some of the metrics that I have tried to make a mention of. This is a very wonderful course. This is not a cakewalk course that you can shut down the screen and the course will go on and you will get a grade. This is not going to happen in this way because the number of candidates is very less. But this definitely is a course that you will work on. And we wish that your college, from your college, at least 2, 3, 4 people join together so that small projects can be given and they can be implemented in your college only, in your working environments, how they work out is what is going to be worked out. So this was all about the introduction about what we intend to conduct in the course. But more than that, we are talking about quality. And I thought just by looking at the NAC framework, we don't understand. We need to understand that these are 7 different models which are being clubbed up together under quality. One model does not fit in all. Different things have been worked out so that you are able to see a NAC guideline coming into picture. Different institutions use differently. NIRF, for example, when you say public perception, we never know how to work it out. So we need to understand how we can work out these aspects. And this is all that I wanted to say about. I'm very thankful for a patient listening. Your queries are welcome. You can unmute and talk, or you can even post a question on the in so and so. This is what the course is. This is on Zoom platform. There is one more thing that I wish to add to it. That is, tomorrow after you have implemented the mechanisms, if you feel that we need to come and see it, we will come and see it over there. No issue about it. We can guide you over there also. We can work out with you. We can spend a day or whatever it is. So this is that I wanted to make a mention about. Your questions are welcome. This is a very limited batch of 50 participants. And we will love that if institutions come together, if 3 people, 4 people from a single institution come together, nothing like it. We need to train our IQAC. We need to see to it that IQAC works fantastically. Yes. IQAC personnel, vice principals, deans, heads of the department, they can join. It's not just IQAC because there has to be a mechanism of checking the content, which currently we don't have. And then we keep on complaining that our grades are falling down. Any questions to ask? Yeah. Yeah. Fine. Thank you. We wait for you and we want you to join us and you will love the session. You will like the session. It's a to-do session. You actually will be working out small things consistently. You will love the sessions and thank you so much for being over here.
Sir,
If there are no questions, we can wait.
course का time विचारता है timing sir.
कोर्स का टाइमिंग देख लो 5 to 7 PM है. There is a early bird discount also for those who are coming. For institutions, there is a discount that you are able to see. All of you are welcome. Chalo, sir. Rutuja,
Yes, sir.
if there is no question, we can wait. Yeah, there is a question. We just wait a minute. Just the question that is come. How relevant would the course be for PG program going for MBA? It is going to be very relevant. Even for MBA, it still holds well. It's it's a course that goes with analysis. And MBA too talks about quality. So whether it's a PG or it's a UG, quality is quality. It will definitely be there. It will be useful for MBA also, Sean sir. Definitely it will be useful. So duration actually 3 sessions initially, working time, and then 3 sessions, something like that. So there will be 3 sessions, then there will be work time given to you, during which sessions will go on, but they will not be counted as sessions. What you're doing is being tracked out, and after that is done, 3 sessions again. Okay, so time and duration will be told to you. So actually only 6 days, in other words, but it's not just 6 days. It's going to be quite a lot because it's a very engaging kind of session. And
Um,
yes, please.
Piyush sir,
Yes, yes,
Piyush
Shanti
sir?
ji. Ji.
Yeah, good evening, first of all, Piyush sir, and thank you so much for getting this to all the audience. And I'm sure that it is going to be a very much worthy course for everyone, I mean, for all of us to attend to. My query is only one thing, sir. Is there going to be a second batch for this course? This is personally, since 7th and 8th is going to be really crucial for me due to some inconvenience. So just wanted to know, are you going to conduct a second batch?
I don't know how the first batch works out is going to decide how the second batch. Actually, we have a plan that it's not just first batch. It would be level 1, level 2, level 3, taking people to more than what, IQAC, what NAC coordinate, or what NAC peer team people do. But currently, I don't know. We can look into dates, or we can even help you in person wherever you feel like we can work out that also.
Really a little
We
bit
are quite
working on.
open. We are here. It's more of a personalized kind of working that we offer.
Yeah, I am definitely interested, like I wish to attend all this and
Sure, we
enrich
can help
myself.
you in that case also, not an issue. And not just for
Yes.
madam, it's for everyone. We can work
Yes.
out because at one point of time, it's going to be a small team and the mentor who's going to work out. Actually, these will be many, many sessions going on.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it is going to be quite big, in other words.
Okay. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's really good, sir. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Any other question? Someone would ask something. Yeah, we have answered that question, I think so. Yeah. Chalo, thank you so much. So we can stop for the day, and hope to see all of you. Hope to see you, to see to it that we all enjoy the session. These sessions are different from the normal sessions. So we can stop for the day.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.